Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Nina Lewis and this is Evolve with Horse Coaching. So I want to talk today about using two jumps. I have released a video YouTube on setting up related line of two fences and how you space those out. Um, Today I also wanted to talk about if you've got some trot poles as well, um, because trot poles are great. But if you don't get the right spacing, A, the horse doesn't know what you're trying to do, and and B, it's the whole purpose of trot poles is for the horse to lift and be a bit more gymnastic, like actually help with building muscle and balance and understanding to respect the pole and so there is method in it, not just randomly throwing out some poles and see how the horse works it out. Um, so let's also share my screen. Let's begin. And I've got that there. Okay, so here when I'm talking about trot poles, I'm talking about these poles down here, just poles on the ground. Um, Normally poles you can have, they can be like minimum 2.4 meters long, or generally we probably have around 3 meters. Um, but yeah, whatever you've got available is great. I tend, if you haven't done trot pole exercise on the ground before, I tend to make sure you're just start with a couple or two or three. I wouldn't go with a whole big row of, six or seven. The horse needs to understand the job and feel confident and relaxed over the pole, like not getting anxious or tense or tight through the body as it's going over poles. You want them to stay relaxed and keep in a nice trot stride. Um, and feel it, then they can focus on the trot, focus on their balance, keep to the center and keep that same rhythm. And for you to be able to keep that heel down, toe out slightly, and keep your balance, especially with your upper body going over poles. So we don't want to get dropped too far forward. We want to keep our shoulder, knee, and toe in alignment, and and keep looking ahead. So let the horse do his job and you do yours. Um, so the distance, if we're looking at distance, and if we're looking at, I tend to work in feet. It's 4.6 to say 4.9 feet, um, which equates, I think, is about 1.3 to 1.4 meters. I would adjust, and if you've got a little pony, then you might only have 4 feet. So between each pole. So just gauging on where your horse is at or how big a stride it takes as well. So um, here on the other side, we've got a couple of poles. Now notice that I base our arena. I've got the arena examples at 60 meters, which is generally kind of rough, normal, standard of arena lengths, and 30 meters wide. So that gives us plenty of room when we are training. So we want to have at least, when we're coming around, we want to have a good, at least a 20-meter type arc coming around to our fence. We also want to make sure that when we're setting up, that we've got the pole seat, and here we've got some markers of meters anyway, or at least 18 meters off from the fence to the from the arena fence to the fence. So that's, at least 3 or 4 strides approach. Because if you're coming around the corner in a canter, you want at least 3 or 4 strides to be able to, so the horse can sight the fence properly, so you can see, um, you can keep the canter, but all of a sudden we don't want, if the fence was too close to the arena wall, you're coming around here like this, and one, two, and all of a sudden the fence is there. And does the horse get a good sight on it? No, probably not. So you really need to make sure you've got, nice setup and that you can ride the line, and also that we've got at least 18 meters. These are just vertical fences from the wall around too. If I was using an oxer, if I had a little spread fence, so I had, two like a spread fence, which I've got a couple of videos on setting up oxers, setting up verticals properly as well. And then ideally you want to have at least, if we've got this as a spread, then we want to have probably 20 meters off the wall, a bit more, because you want to have a bit more activity in the canter if we're coming around onto an oxer. Okay, so that would be the difference. I have got a book coming out, which is about an introduction to scheduling and course building, but it also details about distances, where fence placement, things like that. So it's a really good resource. Um, but yeah, so here, this is really good for you to train. You can either, like we did in the later line, you can use this to just get a real understanding of your canter and your balance in the canter, being able to keep the canter balance yourself, not just a horse, as you go over the fence, and that you're maintaining. Sorry, there we are. I wasn't very consistent with my canter there when I was drawing that. One, I think this is about a 4 stride. There we are. Um, so so we want to keep straight, keep to the center, and be able to do this on both reins so that the horse builds muscle on both sides and can jump in both directions. So this is all part of the training. Uh, anyway, have fun with that.